Welcome to Methods of Administration Technical Assistance, presented by Tennessee Board of Regents, the college system of Tennessee. In this session of Technical Assistance, we will focus on ensuring equity through the publication of an Annual Notice of Nondiscrimination. The Annual Notice of Nondiscrimination is intended to be a temporary statement educating the general public and surrounding community of the career and technical education opportunities available through the college. This announcement should include a brief summary of program offerings and admission criteria, as well as highlight the college's commitment to equity. The applicable regulations include the Vocational Education Program Guidelines for eliminating discrimination and denial of services on the basis of race, color, national origin, sex, and handicap, specifically Section 4.0, and 34 CFR 100.6D. Let's take a look at each regulation in more detail. The guidelines state in Section 4.0, prior to the beginning of each school year, recipients must advise students, parents, employees, and the general public that all vocational opportunities will be offered without regard to race, color, national origin, sex, or handicap. Announcement of this policy of nondiscrimination may be made, for example, in local newspapers, recipient publications, and/or other media that reach the general public, program beneficiaries, minorities, women, and handicapped persons. A brief summary of program offerings and admission criteria should be included in the announcement. Also, the name, address, and telephone number of the person designated to coordinate Title IX and Section 504 compliance activity. If a recipient service area contains a community of national origin minority persons with limited English language skills, public notification materials must be disseminated to that community in its language and must state that recipients will take steps to assure that the lack of English language skills will not be a barrier to admission and participation in vocational education programs. 34 CFR 100.6D states, each recipient shall make available to participants, beneficiaries, and other interested persons such information regarding the provisions of this regulation and its applicability to the program for which the recipient receives federal financial assistance, and make such information available to them in such manner as the responsible department official finds necessary to apprise such persons of the protections against discrimination assured them by the Act and this regulation. The minimum requirements of the Annual Notice of Nondiscrimination include the following: list of programs offered when notice was published, list of quantifiable prerequisites per program, if any. Minimum requirements of nondiscrimination include race, color, national origin, sex, or disability in its educational programs and its employment practices. This is the minimum criteria required for the MOA program, yet can be expanded to include other state or federal laws. Contact information for Title IX and 504 coordinators, including full name, title, phone number, and email address. Published annually prior to and within proximity of the first day of each school year. Can be posted on school website or printed in local newspaper. If posting on the website, the post must be prominently displayed on homepage in same size and font type as standard text. Let's take a look at an example annual notice of nondiscrimination. The college offers career and technical education in the following Tennessee approved CTE programs. For detailed information on our programs and their associated prerequisites, visit the following website: It is the policy of this college not to discriminate on the basis of race, color, national origin, sex, or disability in its educational programs and its employment practices. If you have questions, have witnessed, or have experienced acts of discrimination based on these criteria and wish to express a grievance, please contact our Title IX or 504 coordinator. Here we see one more example annual notice of nondiscrimination. Sample evidence may include receipt for publication and/or dated copy of notification published in newspaper or local printed ad, or a screenshot with date published of electronic notice on the CTE's website homepage. Time requirements for the annual notice of nondiscrimination include the following: should be reposted prior to the start of every school year. If electronic, remain posted for a minimum of 1 month. If print ad, remain posted for a minimum of 1 week. Thank you for watching this session of Methods of Administration Technical Assistance presented by Tennessee Board of Regents, the college system of Tennessee.